Hello everybody, this is Ouroboros Zero here. I'm here to show you a Bighorn build. This is the build here. You want to run with a sharpshooter for the stability for the Bighorn because the Bighorn's kind of unstable. You want to run with coyotes, a Cheska, a Fenris, the best in slot, foxes and contractors, and a walker companion backpack. All these three are interchangeable, so just make it work. But you want to look like this. You want to use a companion because with companion, if you throw a hive down or you're next to a teammate, you get the buff. You know, the buff, and it gives you a lot better buff than something like Wicked will give you a little bit more damage, but when you're shooting somebody from a range of this distance, like it's gonna be hard to shoot them. Now Try over here he's going to be a sniper, right? He's going to be sniping at me, and I'm going to act like he's trying to kill me. So can you go behind the bus again? So you pop down the hive. Even though like it's out of range for him, it gives you a buff, right? So you don't have to worry about it, uh, doing anything. So he's trying to snipe me, right? So all you want to do is quickly. Oh, well, it's a bad spot right here, but all you want to do is quickly just peek out and snipe him in the head.
Rogue hive detected.
This is a bad angle for the thing because it blocked my first shot right here. But it's a good counter sniper. As you can see, it just one shot him right there. It did almost 1.2 million damage. If it's maxed out, I'll probably do 1.2, a little bit more. Can you switch to your tank build? It does a lot of damage, right? That's why you want to run it like this. All those glass cannon snipers that are hiding in the back, you can just one shot them and stuff. Now, Try is now a tank, I believe. So he has 2 million armor plus the matter. So he's at like 2.2 or 2.4, depending. So if he wouldn't be standing still like this, but just for demonstration purposes, I would just be like, oh shit, somebody's close by, Let me just cook up shots on him. Just like that. I could shot him again, but I don't want to kill him, of course, of course, you could just shoot him normally, like this. It still does a lot of damage, right? Because remember, the Bighorn is kind of like a FAMAS. So if you look here, I have 48,000 PvP damage compared to FAMAS's 43,000. Well, with remember the companion bus activated right now, but that's a 5,000 damage difference. If I upgraded the Bighorn, it would be at 49,000 with the companion buff, and the FAMAS would still be at 43,000. Because I still have 7 levels that could upgrade with this, which is a big difference. I mean, the FAMAS can out DPS the Bighorn because of the in sync and the damage to undercover, but it's still very, very good. Now, deal with these NPCs. So it can compete in a PvP fight. It just you're not meant to be too much of a frontliner, but you can make it work. Um, can you switch to your PvP build, Try? Okay, let's see. Oh, the rogues are coming, so I'll get to try it out on them if they get closer. So this is PvP build. So before these guys get here, let's do the PvP. Are you ready, Try? Yeah, 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 yeah. So this is meta build right here. Yeah, I see him right there. All right. Is he leaving or is he gonna try third party us? All right, good. All right. So we're all going to fight. I'm going to fight Try, and he's actually going to try to kill me. So again, this is his PvP build right here. This is a meta PvP build. I'm sure you've seen it like 1,000 times already. All right, you ready? Let's go.
Rogue hive detected.
Oh, the hive killed you.
A shade agent has claimed the dark zone drop.
You see, the fight ended very quickly right there because the Bighorn does a lot of damage and the fire rate is very high on it. It's at 800. It's a little bit less of a mass, but the damage it does is high. Of course, you want to use it with a Stinger Hive because with the Hive, if you put some expertise on it, it does a lot of PvP damage. Right there, you see it do 81,000. Right there, every hit is 81,000. Two hits, three hits, that's 24,000. 240,000. It hits hard. You could use it with a Defender drone or a Cam launcher, whatever you want. Just make sure you stay within the buff for the companion. Stay here. Do not go over here outside your circle. If you're outside your circle, you're wasting the buff. Now, if I try to kill Try with his PvP build, right? You know, say say I was in Rogue and I'm just chilling, you know, and I see Try, I'm like, oh, he has a backpack. He's got my Matador in there. He's got my Matador. I know he does. I know he does. I'm about to kill him. Let me wait for him to turn his back real quick. Put my hive down. Turn his back. He's picking up loot, right? It's hard to react because that's only like a couple shots, right? So you're not getting shot by like, you know, you're not getting beamed. You're getting shot like a couple times, so, and you don't mind, right? Like when you get shot in the dog zone, sometimes you're like, oh, whatever, I got shot by an NPC, right, or whatever the fuck. But sometimes it's a player shooting at you, and it took like 5 shots for me to kill him. But say I was doing it with my FAMAS here. Oh, oh, NPCs, okay. But say I was doing it with my FAMAS. We'll just ignore them. Let me deal with them real quick. Alright, can you go back over there? So say I show him with FAMAS instead, and his back was turned. Watch how different it kind of looks. So shooting a FAMAS from this distance, like he's gonna know somebody shot him. If he wasn't in his inventory, he would have moved. Like he would have been like, "Oof, I got shot by a person." He's getting beamed by a whole FAMAS. But if you're shooting somebody with a couple shots, like especially if you line up a headshot, it's gonna be devastating damage. Because remember, it has stacks on it. I have 0 stacks currently on it. But if I get a couple stacks on him real quick, can you play it? Say I was killing somebody else and I got a couple stacks or I was shooting some NPCs. Now I'm like roughly around half stacks. And I drop my hive. And this is his PvP build. So like this is a normal PvP build. Here he has 1.5 million armor, unbreakable, blah 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 blah. But I came around the bus.
Rogue hive detected. Extraction helo.
Because you could get shot a little bit, and he then goes up and down a little bit, but you could roughly shoot him in the body or the chest, in the head preferably. But you see the damage output of it, it's like 80,000 right there. It's gonna knock somebody down, even a tank. It's gonna be hard. I'm gonna go over here. You try to sprint at me like how Matador people use it. Left, right, left, right. Let me know you're ready. Are you ready? All right. Yeah, just sprint left and right. Like you could line up the shot like easier, kind of like this, than with a FAMAS from range, because it's a single shot. You don't have to worry about one bullet hitting, but it's gonna be tough to line it up. And because like when they're beaming like that, here we'll do it again, but I'm used to FAMAS, and you're gonna see the difference. Because with the FAMAS, you see the bloom here. You're not scoped in. You could be scoped in, but you're most likely not gonna be scoped in, and it's gonna be hitting left right like that. Are you ready? All right, go. He's getting a lot more closer, a lot more than I'm comfortable with. Like you don't control the bloom, right? The bloom's going to no, what you walked in front of that. The bloom's gonna go and you can't control it. But with the bighorn from a distance, you got a perfect 100% guaranteed shot of where you're shooting. That's why I recommend you trying out this build. It's very good against counter snipers, like I showed you in the beginning. That's one of the reasons it was designed for. Is going snipers, somebody camping a checkpoint, bam, one shot. And if you could kind of shoot them on the floor, bam, again, just dead. Very simple build. Can you give me a try?
Immediate medical assistance.
That's what the build's for. I recommend you trying it out.
Agent out of action.
Again, like this is a 1.5 million build.
Vital.
He got three shotted by a this is just an assault rifle, pretty much. So I recommend you trying out this build because it's very good. It's a very good counter sniper. It's a very good for keeping people off your teammates. It's good for those people who peek around corners because you can only get a couple shots on them. Why not get a really good shot or a really good headshot?
Entering safe area.
Remember, Hive is the most important part. Hive, sharpshooter, companion. Carry these two. Those are the most important parts to get together. And then of course your best in slots and this. But have fun in the dog zone with it. I'll see you there.